Your first Grammy Award winner and a Berklee alum. Please welcome John Mayer.
Downstairs that this is the last stage of the It's been great. Decided to stay. And in celebration of that, I got 3 cups of coffee downstairs, so I'm ready to go. Yes. I want to know ahead of time. I always like to preface with this. I'm not telling you how to do anything. I'm not giving you advice on how to make it, because otherwise it would be really bad advice. I would say, take a couple years off after high school and work at a gas station, and then go to Berklee, just because it's a place you can play your guitar all day. Go to class for 1 semester. Next semester, never go to class. Fail out. Move to Atlanta. Beg your parents to give you their 1991 Plymouth Voyager minivan, and then get to it. All I can do is tell you my story and how I approach things, and you can take whatever you like. Take it now, you can take it later, reference it back. That's, I think, a really important thing to say. A little bit about myself in terms of how I think we relate. And sometimes I think people think we're completely dissimilar, but I think you're going to hear a lot of things that are different just because of the time we're in now, and a lot of things that are exactly the same because of the way art works and the way music works. I was 13 years old when I picked up a guitar and I went, okay. The way that people talk about falling in love at first sight, or they just go, okay, it's you. And so from there, I was really lucky, and I think everyone in this room should consider themselves lucky, because I'm sure this is not the first day you decided you want to be a musician. You have the benefit of figuring out what you want to do pretty early. I got to know everyone in here. You may have had to actually put up with a lot of hardship knowing what you wanted to do before you got a chance to do it. You know? But that's a gift, because you don't spend any time staring at the ceiling going, what is it I was here to do? You know exactly what it is that you're going to do. And I figured out immediately when I picked up the guitar. I love what I just figured out. I love what I don't know yet, and I love crossing that gap. I love taking things from what I don't know to knowing it. And I'm as excited now when I do something I've never done before, or play on stage with someone that I've always wanted to play with, as I was the first day I ever played the G chord. And the difference is that the time and the technology was completely different. 1993 was starting to really be sort of formative in my playing. There's only a couple things you could do. You would play the guitar, you might record it on a 4-track with a cassette tape. Couldn't see it, wouldn't talk back to you, you couldn't get a response. I mean, I remember playing the guitar through the amplifier facing out the window of my house on the street in the summertime. That was social media in 1992. 15-watt Squire, Fender Squire amplifier facing out into the street. You know, and that was it. Play guitar, listen to music, write it, play it. I remember those little Casio keyboards. First one you could actually like write a sequence on. And it would go boom, 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 boom. And I would play on that for hours. Now, what was good about that was that, and it gets into the concept of barrier entry. Barrier to entry being, you couldn't do anything else unless you worked hard enough for it. So you weren't making a CD unless you knew a guy who definitely knew a guy who knew how to make CDs. So you couldn't do that. If you had a band, if your band had a name, you were somebody. If your band had a logo, it was like, this band has a logo. I'm serious. It was like, you got posters? Man, you must sound great. And so there was nothing else to do but work. There was nothing else to do but get good, in the hopes that you'd be good enough to pass that barrier into making a CD. And it's like a pyramid. The base just gets smaller as you go up, and then you get to the top, you go, well, this guy's CD, this guy's done. So then you get to like 1999, 2000, 2001. This is probably where you guys sort of pick up, I think, and sort of pick up guitars and getting into stuff. Everyone had CD. It was easy to have a CD. All of a sudden, people come up with CDRs. They're like, I got a CD. And after a while, they're like, big deal. It's a CD. What's on it? You know? It used to be like, this guy's got a CD. Hey, Mark, we just met this guy. He's got a CD. I think that's a big deal. Well, now everybody's got a CD. And it's not a big deal. It's a lot of CDRs that just are all over your messenger bag because everyone's handing CDRs to each other. And then the barrier to the next level was the website. And if you had a website, now, this guy's got a site. He's got a Flash intro. His name moves. He knows a guy who can do that for him. He's got a bio. Scott's got a bio. So what you see is happening now is that the pyramid of barrier to entry is turning into a flat line. It's just a plane. It's completely linear now. Website, big deal. You got a band name and a logo? Me too. Did it in 30 minutes. We could put a band together right now before I'm done with being on the stage. We could have a title, we could have a group photo, that's our band. We could put a logo up, do it in Photoshop, and we could have a MySpace page or a Facebook page. Dated myself with the MySpace page. Yes, I did. And we got a MySpace music page, they're thriving. And we could have a band, we could say we're in a band together. But what do we have? Nothing. What we have is now what you guys have in a certain way, which is a little bit of, well, what you guys have actually is Berklee. That's the last barrier. You guys have that. You go, well, I'm going to Berklee. And someone goes, oh my God, you're going to Berklee. Becky's going to Berklee. That's what you have. And that's a huge positive. But what is something that you have to really navigate through is that now everything is completely horizontal. It's completely horizontal. Now it's all broken up. It's random access. It's like a hard drive, just a big disk. And it goes zip, 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 zip. And you have to figure out how you're going to write a 3.5-minute song. Because the tweets are getting shorter, but the songs aren't. The songs are still 4 minutes long. So you're coming up with 140 character zingers. And the songs are still 4 minutes long. You still got to write 3 verses. It's a lot more characters than 140. You have all this distraction, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You've got the distraction of being able to publish yourself immediately. And it is a distraction if you're not done producing what the product is going to be that you're going to someday use the promotion to sell. You know what I mean? If you get too into the process of making it, you start leaving the real truth of making it. And that's why I think that's the main reason I've gotten where I've gotten is because, and I don't think I would have done any better than anyone else in this world if I was growing up in this generation. But the rules are the same. I had no distraction. No one knew my name until I was 21 years old. And it's very difficult to move your brain around to all these sort of microscopic moments in your head. You know, oh, I thought it was funny tweet. Like right now, you can make somebody love you and hate you, like that. You could write a tweet that could be funny. Some people are going to tell you it's funny. Some people are going to say it's not funny. You could write something and be like, hey, you get a little applause. You can go get joy in little tiny installments, little tiny applause hits, like, ah. Yeah, so-and-so likes my picture. And you start getting into the narrowing of the statement, and the narrowing of what it is you're trying to do. And music's not going to change. There's no minute 40-second songs, you know? And I sort of hear it a little bit in new music. And I really want to accept everything that comes along my way, because I'm starting to get older and older, and I want to accept everything that comes after me and beyond that.